playing games with our miles per gallon test. We're pulling up to like the quietest gas station around because my truck says that I got up to 38.6 miles per gallon, which we're gonna fill up. We're gonna do a miles per gallon test today, and we're gonna see if this is achievable on a regular day drive. Filling up here, let's go ahead and give you a quick rundown on this truck if you're not familiar with it. What we're working with is a 2024 GMC Sierra 1500, and it's a 3.0 Duramax diesel engine. It's got a little over 4,000 miles on it right now. Performance-wise, it's 100% stock. We've done a couple of things, mostly aesthetics, some steps, some leather, tint, done some badging and things like that. A bunch of other videos on that, so go ahead and check out my channel and subscribe if you haven't already. But yeah, we're going to go ahead and top off. And now that it's totally full, we're going to go ahead and give it 30 seconds, let the fuel settle any bubbles, and then we're going to go ahead and top off one more time. We'll do this at the beginning right now, and then we'll do it at the end. It was just like TFL Truck does it, and it seems like a really good system. So we're going to go ahead and copy that for this real world test here. Make sure it's absolutely full before we get set off here. It's 7:45 in the morning. It's pretty chilly. It's 50 degrees outside. I'm going to be using the heater and all the things. I'm not going to do the no AC test where you just maximize whatever the engine can do. I'm just going to drive normal. I'm going to try to do the best I can miles per gallon wise. I'm also not going to go on a crazy long road trip where I just drive straight 55 miles an hour the entire time, because that's not what this test is. We're going to do a real test. We're going to be going through town, get a couple errands done, just regular stuff. So when that wraps up, we're going to come back. We're going to go back to that same gas station. We're going to fill up at the same pump. The strategy for driving, if you ever watched SpongeBob as a child or an adult, or yesterday, you drive with your big toe.
Big toe.
So I've actually found that to be true, because the best miles per gallon I have gotten out of this truck is when you're coasting and like barely hitting the accelerator, and the rolling. So this is an elevation, so it's not an AT4. Its ability to coast is insane, which is where I think it gets a lot of the miles per gallon, because here, where it's really hilly, you're rolling a lot of the time. And if you can just barely hit the accelerator, this thing has a fair amount of torque that just a little bit of acceleration will keep your speed where you're at, and you don't have to add a whole lot to make it happen for what you're trying to do. We got a roadblock. It's a traffic jam. About the truck a little more, we're at 4,600 miles. I have not done the first oil change, but I do figure that this is probably a good enough time for, we're broken in enough to where the miles per gallon is not being goofy because it's brand new or anything like that. 4,000 or 5,000 miles. Maybe diesel's different. This is my first diesel, but this is a little diesel, and I consider this to not be that much different than a gas car as far as like the way things work. 4,000 miles, no oil changes, no real problems. Look at that dirt bike. Would you look at it? It's flying. If you found this video, ooh, my goodness. If you find this video helpful, make sure you hit the subscribe button. Because if you're curious what miles per gallon would be with 34 or 35 inch tires, you might want to stick around, because that may or may not be happening sooner than later. So, foreshadowing. We're about halfway done with our loop, and we're doing 31 miles per gallon. And granted, I don't expect us to hit that 38.6 miles per gallon this drive, because we are doing mixed driving. I got that on a pure highway drive. I do expect low 30s. I think low 30s is very achievable. We're doing just some country drives right now. That's really pretty. And this should get us up into the 30s. I'm not trying to avoid necessarily a situation, but I'm also not in stop and go traffic right now like you would be on a Monday to Friday. So, but I'm still making stops. I'm still running errands. And if it's below that and this computer is way off, it'll be a little disappointing, but I have a hard time not believing it, just based on how far I'm able to go in general on a 24-gallon tank is like mind-boggling, and it's at least twice the distance of what my 5.3 was able to do, considering where I can get to with work and my normal routes and things like that I no longer have to stop and fill up as as quickly as I otherwise would. We were pulling back into the gas station, go to the exact same pump. We did 77.5 miles, not miles per gallon, 77.5 miles is our actual distance. The truck is saying we did almost 32 miles per gallon, but that is on the last 25 miles. It's not on the exact 77 miles. So we're gonna go ahead, fill up here at the exact same pump we were at earlier this morning, and we are gonna do the math. I will gonna go ahead and over record this later because there's music at the gas station and I can't record without YouTube taking down this video. So same process as we did when we first filled up. We're gonna go ahead and top off, and then once the fuel pump clicks and lets you know it's full, we're gonna give it 30 seconds, and then we'll go ahead and top off one more time. I've been getting about a half a gallon more of fuel in when I've been doing this, so it does make a pretty decent difference. But let's go ahead and cut to the chase. So we did 77.5 miles, and you'll see that we added 2.515 gallons of diesel into the truck after our drive. So that comes out to 30.8 miles per gallon, which is not far off from what the truck said we were doing. So 30.8 for mixed driving, I think that's pretty fantastic for a full-size truck. There are not any mid-size trucks getting anywhere close to that. Hopefully they do soon, because that would be pretty awesome. But for now, you can't beat a full-size truck beating all the mid-size trucks out there. And yeah, so 30.8 miles per gallon, pretty darn impressive. Anyways, yeah, if you liked it, let me know if you think you get better miles per gallon than this, or you just don't even get anything close to this. Let me know your thoughts. Let me know what your experiences are with your truck and your miles per gallon, and we'll see you on the next one.